So come on out and have a seat. Okay, next I'd like to introduce Kent Nash, Warden of Valley State Prison.
Good morning, everybody. First of all, I'd like to welcome you all to Valley State Prison. To you, family, welcome. Again, welcome. And today should be a great day of celebration for you. Your husbands, sons, whatever relatives they may be to you, have made great strides in changing their lives for the better. And not only that, but they're going to take time to help change the lives of others. I'll leave you with one thing. Always forward, never backwards. Always forward, never backwards. Keep that in mind as you continue on your path. I'd like to thank all the dignitaries from Sacramento and elsewhere that took time out of their busy schedules to come here and be a part of this. And again, welcome to Valley. It's great to have you here.
Good morning, everybody. I would like to start off with a quote from the late, great Dr. Martin Luther King. Life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? So, think about that question as I go over some history and some requirements that these gentlemen have accomplished here. They've completed a 5-month substance use disorder treatment program. They've participated in 80 hours of study skills courses. They've spent 350 hours in a classroom receiving college-level academic courses covering psychology, pharmacology, human behavior, family dynamics, treatment, recovery approaches, program planning, client education, group facilitation, case management, personal and professional growth. They spent 255 hours of clinical practice. Mentors who have completed the OMCP training are working substance use disorder treatment programs throughout the state, providing a very important service to the inmate population. A number of graduates have also paroled and are now in the community working as certified drug and alcohol counselors. We are here to congratulate you today, to celebrate you, and most of all, to thank you. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome, and real grateful to have an opportunity to say a few words. Congratulations to these guys. It's your day. Don't forget it. I've already told you that. This is the only reason we're here is because of your accomplishments. So I think mainly what I would like to celebrate today is the personal growth that I've witnessed with these men over here. We come in here from day one to day, looking at ourselves. And there's a point in life when bad things happen, and there comes a point, no matter how badly life has treated you, that you come face to face with it, you accept it, and you make a conscious decision to move on in spite of that pain and make life meaningful. And these guys have done that, and it's not easy work. I want to read this letter because it just touched me, because it kind of speaks to what happens during the trainings, and you guys can chime in and tell me if it's not accurate. Dear Tom and Davida, it goes without saying that this letter ought to have been written sooner. I want to thank you both for the time and opportunity spent with me. Under your guidance, I have been able to break the bonds of past indiscretions that had me chained down. You both have given me an opportunity to realize how enriching it is to have purpose in your life and how beneficial it is to work for a goal. Thank you for believing in me and having faith in me. Your concern was truly honest and genuine, and I appreciated it. There are some days when I am so cognitively aware of the transformation going on inside of me that it seems completely unreal. And I went through the stuff that I'm still going through. Every person who was a part of the networking family that aided in the growth in my change and education of my being, I am eternally grateful to. The only way to go is forward, and that is the direction I plan on moving, clearing paths so others may follow. Thank you very much. So I want to end with that, and just this kind of encapsulates where we like people to get to. So thank you for your time.
Okay, next for your viewing and hearing pleasure, we're going to have an inspirational song by some of the graduates and mentors.
You find yourself, follow your heart and nothing else, and you can do this, oh baby, if you try. All I want from you, my son, is to be satisfied. Simple kind of man. Oh, won't you do this for me, son, if you
Good morning, everyone. My name is Ann Interiano, and I'm the transitional counselor, and I've talked to a lot of you, and I had that opportunity. My hat's off to you, if I had a hat on right now. Their perseverance, precedes them. I mean, their dedication to what they do is awesome for the program that we work at. And with that, I will introduce Mr. Gilliland.
Good morning. My name is William Gilliland, supervising counselor. I've had an opportunity to work with almost everyone in the OMCP, and congratulations, fellas. Congratulations.
As the program director of community education centers, the staff and myself have had the opportunity to observe these gentlemen go through an amazing process. They have walked, talked, and breathed substance abuse for the past year, learning that each participant is unique in their own way and that magic, formulas, and curriculum is not the cure, but through understanding and compassion of human emotions and needs, some will make a positive change. May you have a rewarding journey into the drug and alcohol counseling field. Be prepared for many successes, challenges, and opportunities. Thank you.
The next two speakers are actually OMCP graduates that that you all voted on, that you thought would best represent them as a whole. So I would like to introduce the first speaker, Corey Glassman.
What makes this special, because it's already been described to you what we went through for the last year, is sharing it with you. Having our families here and being a part of this journey that we've all taken, and we want to thank you first of all for doing that. For me, and I know that I speak for all of us coming into the SAP rooms and the process that we began just going through the program, we all in our own way at different times understood the power of those rooms to change ourselves. And as we started to make those changes and recognize just the power that environment had, it's different than the rest of prison, obviously. When I first walked into a SAP program, I didn't know why I went back the next time or the next time or the next time, but I finally realized that it was because they humanized me. It wasn't about my number, it was about my name. And that's what we learned in the rooms of therapy. So for all of us, going through that personal experience and becoming who we are today, and understanding the opportunity that's given to us to help others, I think is foremost in all of our motivations and efforts. Yeah, it solves a lot of logistical problems for us as far as getting a job and a career and a future for us, but that's not it. For us, it's about giving back and being a service. And this opportunity gives us that ability to do that. And for that alone, we thank everybody involved, all the way to the governor that says he gives the money for the program, and the warden that makes it happen, and Miss Marquez. We appreciate you and all the efforts that you've done. For us as a group, we showed up a year ago, from some of us from different institutions, some of us from here, and shortly after being here, we were put into SAP. We were put into 3 separate SAP groups. So we kind of a little disjointed in the beginning, and then we became 3 SAP groups. And for 5 months, 6 months almost, we learned about each other and got to know each other and processed together. From that point, we graduated SAP and we became students. And that's where we became one group. We really coalesced and started to really rely and understand each other and become friends, support each other. We have been through deaths, we've been through board denials, we've been through board reversals, other crises in our lives, and each time we were all there for each other. We've become a family of our own, and for me, and again, I know it's for all of us, this experience has just been invaluable. The other part of our training came when Jeff Bork came, and he taught us group processes and group co-facilitation, group dynamics. And that was, I think, the first opportunity for us to take a lot of the education, the knowledge that we have been given, and really see how it was applied. And it opened up so many of our eyes. A lot of us have been doing the mentor job for a while, and understanding how to apply all the knowledge that we gave opened up my eyes, and as well as everybody else's. It made it easier, if that makes sense. It made it easier. The other thing about being a service, and this speaks to all of us in different ways, is we're all here for some crime, some sort of violence. And this is a way to bring some nonviolence into our communities, here and outside. Whether it's a personal decision or not to choose nonviolence, this is something that's going to have that impact to reduce that violence within the prisons and once we parole outside in our communities. It can't help but do something like that. Even if it's not our personal message, we're going to be helping people change their lives. One thing we know from our own experience, another thing we know from our own experience, is that people come to prison for a reason. You know, something's going on. And to be able to now have the ability and the tools and experience to help others find that reason for themselves and do something different with their lives and live the lives that we're all supposed to live outside these walls. I guess to close, I just want to thank everybody involved. I want to thank Ms. Williams and Ms. Mata, Ms. Marquez, and the warden, and Tom, and Davida, and all of our instructors. But I think most of all, we just want to thank all of our families, because it's my belief that nobody does anything alone. You can't do it alone. In order to succeed, you need to be supported and aided and helped and along the way. And I don't think that we would have gotten to this point, at least not as quickly, without the support of you. So I want to thank all of you. Thank you.
Next is John Quinones.
All right, so when I first started this program, all I wanted to be was a better mentor. And today, thanks to the training I've received, I can honestly say that I am. You know, Trevor came in and he did more than just tell us about motivational interviewing. He showed us what it looks like at its highest level. But it wasn't until he gave his 3 keys to MI that something unexpected happened. He told us, have a sense of humor, own your stuff, and know yourself. Sounded like pretty good advice. And it didn't sound like something that just applied to group. So I started practicing it in my daily life. And the next guy that came in was Roland Williams. Roland said a whole lot. Most of what he said was really good stuff about being a real-world counselor. But when he said, honesty without compassion can be abuse, I realized I had been using honesty without compassion my whole life. I never thought about it like that, but it made sense. So I began to measure my words, and I began to think about other people's feelings first, for the first time. Then my buddy Steve Poling came in. I love that guy. And by this time, I was picking and pulling all kinds of stuff from the program to use in my personal life. So when Steve hit us with, first you create your habits, and then your habits create you, all I could think was, there's a lot of good habits to be had here. There's a lot of good stuff to be taken. And it was perfect timing because the Jedi, Jeff Bork, came in next. This is where everything I knew about being a mentor went out the window. And everything I learned about being a real counselor came to light. He said, our destiny is never fixed because we are always becoming. And I was becoming. He said, "It's okay if I don't get it right," which was good because I had been wrong. At this point, I'm finally beginning to understand the true nature of the parallel process. I'm working on me, how to be a human, not just a counselor. This is the genuineness that Jacqueline Small was talking about. Then Jeff said, "No one to block, no one to confront, no one to protect, and no one to validate." Almost all of my interactions now fit into one of those four positions. It served me well with family, with friends, with peers alike. And then Carol came in and wrapped everything up. And I was finally in a place where I could understand what she meant when she said, "Compassion means to come close to the one who suffers." I can do that now. Then she did me a huge favor and she drove the last nail into my perfectionism when she said, "There's a lot of anxiety when you can never be wrong." And in that I found tremendous freedom. That helped me to stop worrying about being a better mentor. And once and for all, let it go. Especially once she told us what we learn from each other is more important than the material. And that was the last piece. I began to look around. I've learned a lot from you guys, from everyone. I can honestly say that nothing will ever be the same. This program has made me a better man. I want to thank Ms. Marquez and Ms. Mata for accepting me into the program. And I want to thank my fellow OMCP graduates for the long, strange trip. It's been a good one. And I want to thank my Nana for being the best counselor I've ever known. You've given me everything. I just want to give you something. This is for you. Thank you.
They picked the right guys, right? Next, we're going to have Father Mike.
Now, you guys know what knuckleheads are, right? You've seen knuckleheads. I'm sure lots of your kids, you said like you felt like beating them over with a big hammer, right? Knuckleheads. And now you see people here are men that are articulate and creative and want to give back. And this mother wept. And she wept, and there wasn't one noise in that whole chapel because the victims of violence all across the state, in our neighborhoods, in jungles of drugs, in jungles of brutality, where they have nothing else, abandonment. There's no one sitting here, not just these graduates, but all of us have been victims of violence. And the real goal and the real hope today, and all the beautiful training that I heard, is they don't want to continue this cycle of being victims or victimizing others. And that's what we're celebrating. So when this mother on Good Friday wept, that's the message of hope. Congratulations.
Okay, next we're going to hand out your certificates. Arturo Anaya. Gilbert Bale. Michael E. Bird. Rashawn Bowers. Bobby Cardarelli. Adam Karras. Patrick M. Chaya. Rich DeShane. Raymond Espinoza. Corey Glassman. Richard W. Hamlin. Van Zester Turan Hines. David L. Johnston. Jaime Leiva. Elias Loera. Julio Dante Lopez. Ray Brian Lau McCoy. Christopher Ochoa. Rodrigo S. Orozco. John C. Quinones Jr. Danny G. Rabiart. Darren M. Reed. Carl DeLong Reyes. Ricky Reyes II. Melvin E. Richardson Jr. Freddie Lee Roberson. Jorge F. Rodriguez. Michael Russell. Jose E. Sandoval Jr. Koji Scott. Jeff Stoffel. One more round of applause for our graduates. Okay, next for your entertainment, we're going to have a Native American multicultural honoring of women. It is Earth Day, so in the spirit of that, also honoring Mother Earth. Gentlemen, you've all been given an opportunity of a lifetime. Treasure the knowledge that you've acquired and use it to the fullest to pay it forward. You all have the power within you to positively impact others and change lives. I challenge you to fulfill your destiny and make believers of the skeptics. Your future is in your hands. Good luck.
Makes me feel real happy and excited. Most of all, I mean, I'm excited for graduating, but most of all, I feel real blessed and appreciative because, you know, all the people that are part of this, that brought this thing together, they didn't have to do any of this, but they came into the prisons and with their compassion and genuineness, you know, empathy and all that love that they gave us, you know, it makes me feel real blessed and appreciative. You know, having a career now and being able to just have somebody that cares about you, you know, it's really been a blessing.
He definitely has proven us, to everyone that, you know, that in spite of his situation, you could always turn things around and be a better person. And as his parents, were very, very proud of him. I'm sure his brothers are very proud of him. And now with this graduation thing, we're very proud of him. And I know that he will be able to give back.
I know personally the effects of drugs and alcohol on individuals' lives and on families' lives and how that impacts them and the communities and the development of children in those types of families. We know very intimately, like I said before, the problems and the issues that come along with drug abuse and alcohol abuse. And so who better than to go onto the front lines and individuals who have been involved intimately with that. So if I had anything to say to somebody with this opportunity, it's take the opportunity. You will not regret it. It will change your life and the lives of your families and the communities that you'll ultimately be going back into.
This program here is a gratifying way to give back to those that we have harmed. And I encourage those that has been in that path to join this program because it works.
I've actually done something that is in a positive effect, and it's also like changed my life. And it's hard to put in words what it's done for me and what it means to me. Yeah, I'm still going through an emotional roller coaster as we speak right now.
I'm very proud to see my son here today, graduating, making steps forward. He has done a 180. I've never I mean, I've always expected this, and I already knew he would do it, and today has come the day that made me so proud of him. Things happen for a reason, and I'm so blessed to be here with him. And I'm proud of you, son, and I really thank you very much.
He's able to talk and communicate to our family to help our family become better and to be communicating better and to understand where we all come from and where we're going. And I love you for that. And I'm so proud of you today because you had a graduation.